Did you know that Australia is home to 22.7 million humans? Yet this country is also home to 200 million rabbits, which is 10 times the human population. These rabbits have wreaked such havoc in Australia that the government has declared them a nuisance. Rabbits are a harmful creature to Australia, and the country has tried every possible way to get rid of them. Meanwhile, China has imported more than 4 million rabbits in the last 30 years, not to eat them, but to conduct a unique experiment in the Kubuchi Desert. The results have left the entire world astonished and perplexed. Once again, there's praise in ZOTV videos. When a desert swallows green land and converts it into barren land. This process is called desertification, and its biggest victim is the Kubuchi Desert in China. There was a time when the Kubuchi Desert was expanding at a rate of 500,000 acres annually. This means that every year this desert was swallowing nearly 500,000 acres of land. At that time, China tried its best to slow down this desertification. During the 1950s and 1960s, many projects were launched. Sand control stations were built. Trees were planted in the desert. But this sea of sand was beyond control. Then one day, a local entrepreneur named Wang Biao changed everything. Wang invested his money in a unique idea. He began arranging dry bushes in square shapes across several hundred acres of desert and interspersed them with willow trees, also known as the bed tree. Willow is a tree that can survive without water because its roots penetrate up to 300 feet into the desert to find water. This wood is used to make paper and furniture, but only if the tree can survive in the desert. In the Kubuchi Desert, strong winds blow the sand and scatter it, causing any trapped moisture to evaporate. To protect the willow trees from these strong winds, bushes were planted around them. Initially, everyone laughed at Wang, saying, "Look, what a crazy person is planting trees in the desert." But no one knew Wang's intentions. Everything went well for the next 3 years. But then a new problem arose. The willow trees now needed special care. If they were to be sold to the paper and furniture industries, the new shoots had to be cut off immediately so that the main trunk would grow thicker. But in the desert, this was both difficult and expensive. And this is where the story takes a new turn. This is where rabbits, specifically Rex rabbits, enter the story. Rex rabbits are a special breed whose fur resembles that of an otter. It is very soft, expensive, and used in making luxury clothing. But why were rabbits brought here? Because one of their small habits changed the ecosystem of the Kubuchi Desert. Rex rabbits love to eat the new shoots that emerge from the willow trees. As they ate the new, thinner shoots, the main trunk of the tree grew thicker. The paper industry used to buy these trees at high prices. This meant the rabbits both fed themselves and provided raw material for the paper industry. The environment and the economy both began to benefit. But this was just the beginning of the story. As you learned earlier, willow tree roots extend up to 300 feet underground. These roots, penetrating deep into the sand, increased its structural stability. This helped ensure that during strong winds, the sand was no longer blown away and the moisture trapped within did not evaporate. Meanwhile, the rabbits began to show their true potential. The waste of the Rex rabbits, their dung, began to be used as fertilizer. This also became a valuable product in China's zero-waste system. Secondly, this breed of Rex rabbits produces the most offspring. A single female gives birth to around 50 rabbits a year. This means their reproduction rate is very high. As these rabbits multiplied, their dung also increased and the land became more fertile. In no time, the sand transformed into fields where organic vegetables could also be grown. Another important characteristic of Rex rabbits also played a key role in this miracle. They could digest grass, but they could not digest grass seeds. This caused the seeds to come out intact with their dung, and after some time, grass also began to multiply. This meant that the rabbits not only maintained the willow trees, but also grew grass, and eventually, its yield was sold at a high price. This process became a self-sustaining cycle. The rabbits literally began to green the desert. After the success of this experiment, Wang did not stop there. He rented 100 bulldozers and began leveling the desert dunes. He filled in the pits, leveled the ground, and began planting more willow trees. Meanwhile, he encouraged local people to raise Rex rabbits. With the help of the Chinese government, he imported millions of Rex rabbits and distributed them among the locals. Each household now became a small farm. This project continued for 10 years, and the entire area was transformed. There was once nothing but sand here. Now, it is a lush green region. The Kubuchi Desert covers a total area of 18,600 square kilometers. According to a UN report, 33%, or 6,250 square kilometers, has become green. This is the result of more than 30 years of hard work. Because of this transformation, the Kubuchi Desert is now known as an ecological marvel instead of a sea of death. But not only the environment has changed here, people's lives have also changed. The Chinese government invested 3 billion yuan, equivalent to approximately $400 million, and this money was used to build new villages and provide employment opportunities in the desert. Today, millions of acres of desert are now productive. More than 2,000 farms operate here, and 3 million Rex rabbits are sold each year. The average annual income of a farmer has reached $9,600. This means that people who were previously fleeing the desert have now become prosperous here. According to one estimate, $10,000 has changed people's lives. When media reporters visited here in 2017, they saw that the environment had improved tenfold. Plants, grass, animals, and humans. Everything was functioning in perfect rhythm. But a question must be coming to everyone's mind. If rabbits can restore the desert to greenery, then why are they dangerous in Australia? Actually, there were no rabbits in Australia before 1859. Then a Britisher released only 24 rabbits here, so they could multiply and later be hunted. After 70 years, their population increased so much that it is now out of control. In Australia, rabbits live freely in their natural habitat, whereas in China, they are kept in a controlled environment and used only for beneficial purposes. This is why rabbits are a scourge in Australia, but a blessing in China. But the story of the Kubuchi Desert doesn't end there. The world's largest solar power plant, the Jumna Solar Power Plant, was built here, spread over 6,000 acres. This plant is made up of approximately 5 million solar panels that, when viewed from space, form the shape of a galloping horse. According to Guinness World Records, this is the world's largest solar panel plant. By 2022, this plant had generated 2.3 billion kilowatt-hours of energy. This saved China 7,600 tons of coal and prevented 1.8 million tons of carbon dioxide emissions. But if you think this power plant only produces electricity, you are absolutely wrong. This plant also fights desertification. Sunlight doesn't fall beneath the panels, reducing evaporation, which allows grass to grow. Rex rabbits are also kept there to harvest the grass. The rabbits eat the grass and spread new seeds through their dung. This not only reduces desertification, but also produces free energy. Finally, the rabbit's fur is sold at a high price. Because of the panels, the wind speed has decreased by 50%. Less sand is displaced, which is gradually creating new land. Today, if you visit the Kubuchi Desert, you'll find sheep, goats, ducks, and rabbits living together. There's grass beneath the panels, and groves of willows surrounding them. No one could have imagined that the Sea of Death would ever be called the Sea of Life. And it all began with the wise use of a small rabbit. Today, researchers around the world are calling this model the eco-economic revolution. According to one report, 50% of the world's area is desert, and 40% is battling desertification. Today, Europe and the United States are trying to learn from China's eco-economic revolution. The message of the Kubuchi Desert is clear. If humans and nature work together, even the Sea of Death can be transformed into a garden of life. We hope you will like and share this video from ZOTV. Thank you very much for your loving comments. See you in the next wonderful video.